Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm Jimmy O'Neill. Happy to welcome you to Shindig. And tonight we're taking off for London, Rome, Munich, and Paris for the wide world of entertainment. Come on along and join us, won't you?
On the first time we went waltzing, we were young and you gave me your hand. On the first time we went waltzing, oh, the time we went waltzing was grand. And the candles were all burning and the chandeliers glittered and shone. On the first time we went waltzing, we were young and no longer alone. And we had all the time, and we had all the time, and we had all the time to take a pleasure. Love is made for leisure time, that's how we measure time. And as we twirl around, as we twirl around, time will swirl around, and now the time is found. As time is bound as silk and web around and round is tight and everywhere. Time is everywhere. Time is everywhere in every looking glass and everything we pass. My dear, I see appears a sudden pace of time, a sudden pace of time, a sudden pace of time is everywhere, and time is in the air, and time is everywhere we turn, everywhere we turn, everywhere we turn, and every candle's burning. I can see young lovers learning, never put your faith or trust in time, never trust in time, never trust when time will play a waltz, and then one day it holds the tempo of the waltz. We went waltzing when the end of the waltz was at hand. On the last time we went waltzing, all I heard was the blare of the band. And there was no more time, and there was no more time, and there was no more time to take a pleasure. Love is made for leisure time, that's how we measure time. So never trust in time, never trust in time, never trust for time to play a false, and then one day to hold the tempo of the waltz. Never trust in time, never trust in time, never trust in time, because time will swirl around, and now the time is found, as time will swirl around us. Never trust in time, never trust in time, never trust when time will play a false, and then one day it'll hold the tempo of the waltz. Never trust in time, never trust in time, never trust in time, because time will swirl around, and now the...
Wide World of Entertainment is brought to you by Chanel No. 5, perfume and colognes for every woman alive.
This is the spell of Chanel. Is it any wonder every woman alive wants Chanel No. 5? So give her famous Chanel No. 5 in the modern spray. Spray perfume and spray cologne. Refillable, unspillable, and shatterproof. Or enchant her with Chanel gift creations. Tempt her with Chanel and let yourself be caught by the spell.
Welcome to the wide world of entertainment, a combination of many firsts. Now, our first is that we are the first color musical emanating from Europe. And our second first is that we have the great Orson Welles singing and dancing in the streets of Europe. Now, that ought to shake up the continent a little, but that's nothing compared to what Munich is going to get when Dizzy Gillespie wails it up in Sauerbraten-Strausse. Then, from London's Drury Lane Theatre, we have Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and Pamela Franklin, who will get the hints with a few these and thous. And we also have some smorgasbord, but not the Swedish kind. We have the most beautiful models in London wearing the famous Mary Quant clothes. And we also have a delicious selection of girls from Paris. That was our opening number, which is the closing number at the Bal du Moulin Rouge in Paris. And for our second number, we're going to do the next to the last number in a Bavarian soda parlor. And that should give you some idea of what's in store for you this evening.
With the crazy horn and lederhosen to match is the fantastic Dizzy Gillespie, come to Munich to give the American jazz beat to the German version of the Firehouse 5.
O gentle Romeo, thou dost love. Pronounce it faithfully. Or, if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo. But
Bravo, bravo. Thou beest pretty darn good.
sorry, I didn't know there was anyone about.
Well, you were doing beautifully. Go on, some more, please.
I couldn't.
Oh, now, don't be shy. For centuries, young ladies have stood out here in Drury Lane and just hoped. As a matter of fact, Nell Gwynn caught the eye of Charles II right around here while she was sailing oranges, so you never can tell. Some more, please.
No, please, I'd really rather not.
Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being o'er my head as is the...
Romeo,
Oh, no, whoa, wait a minute. You've jumped 4 of my lines.
I'm sorry.
Now, come on, start all over again. Come on, please. As glorious to this night being o'er my head as is a winged messenger of heaven unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. Now.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? 'Tis nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face. Be some other name belonging to a man. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not called Romeo,
retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. For Romeo doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of me, take all my... Well done. You'll do. You know, one of these days I'll go in here and I'll buy a ticket to see you, and I'll remember this.
I'll never forget it.
Good.
My name's Franklin, Pamela Franklin.
Good. Well, my name is Fairbanks, Douglas Fairbanks, and I'll remember Pamela.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sweet prince.
Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I will say good night till it be morrow.
What have we got against colds? Over 600 tiny time pills in a contact capsule that work up to 12 full hours. Each one smaller than the head of a pin. Yet if you have a cold, a tiny contact time pill like this could help stop a sniffle minutes from now, help check a sneeze hours later, or help clear a stuffy nose up to 12 hours from now. Put more than 600 of these tiny time pills in one capsule, and it's easy to see why contact is so remarkably effective, all day or all night. What have we got against colds? Good medicine. Contact at your pharmacy. And now there's new Contact Nasal Mist. Stuffy nose? Just spray. It works in the time it takes to use it. New Contact Nasal Mist.
About the teenagers in Europe. It's amazing how they differ from the teenagers in the United States. Everything about them is different. The way they dress, the way they comb their hair, the way of dancing. It's obvious that they have been influenced by their background of centuries of great works of art, and literature, and old world culture, refinement, and reserve.
The address, the Piper Club, Rome. The cast, Italian teenagers.
I'm trying to find my baby. I'm scuttling around. I'm some people. Then I see my head shot round. Then I cut my hair. She's up brown and now. She back me up together. She back me all right. Her name is G. L. O. I.
Rita Pavone.
Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it. The heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. Says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one that I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. Voila, Paris.
At a sightseeing boat on the River Seine, and
Voila, Orson Welles. so many things to remember as you travel the highway of life. Like always be kind to your mother, or if you are wed, to your wife. You must never shoot trout in September. You must never feed babies on gin. Don't ever play poker on Sunday unless you can cheat so you'll win. Don't go out of your way seeking danger. Avoid that ridiculous gore. Never buy a gold brick from a stranger unless you can sell it right back for much more. Don't waste time on the friends that repel you. Don't ever cut soup with a knife. Don't buy what those gypsy girls sell you. And if you remember these things that I tell you, my boys, you'll do well all your life. When I think of the good things that life has to give, I'm reluctantly forced to agree that the number of people who know how to live is restricted, quite simply, to me. For life is like cricket. We play by the rules. But the secret, which few people know, which keep men of class well apart from the fools, is to make up the rules as you go. That's all, you just make up the rules as you go. Don't drink champagne from soggy old slippers, though this barbaric custom is rife. Don't lift up a whale by its flippers, and only buy claret from certified shippers. Avoid eating goulash with ice cream and kippers. Remember these things, you obnoxious young dippers, and you will do well all your life. So cheers, my dears, and here's to life!
Snacking's more fun with old London. Snacking's more fun with old London. More fun with old London. Snacking's more fun with old London. Snacking's more fun with old London. Snacking's more fun with old London. Corn doodle.
Gypsy doodle.
Cheese doodle.
Whoppies.
Pretzel nuggets.
A new nutty doodle.
Snacking's more fun with old London.
Well, I really hate to go. I had such a marvelous time, and I hope you did as well. I would like to thank Richard Burton, Fernandel, the Beatles, and of course, the Moiseev Ballet. I would like to thank them, but unfortunately they weren't with us. Here to tell you about next week's show is that lovely star of Italian films, Miss Liana Orfier. Liana, would you like to tell them who's really on next week?
Si, Richard Burton, the Beatles, Fernandel, Moiseev Ballet.
Good night, folks.
When the end of the waltz was at hand. On the last time we went waltzing, all I heard was the blare of the band. And there was no more time, and there was no more time, and there was no more time to take a pleasure. Love is made for leisure time, that's how we measure time. So never trust in time, never trust in time, never trust the time to play a pulse, and then one day to hold the tempo of the waltz. Never trust in time, never trust in time, never trust in time, because time will swirl around, and now the time has come, this time will swirl around us. Never trust in time, never trust in time, never trust in time to play a pulse, and then one day to hold the tempo of the waltz. Never trust in time.
Wide World of Entertainment has been brought to you by Old London, makers of cheese doodles, pretzel nuggets, and new nutty doodles. Snackin's more fun with Old London.